Are you done? I see you over there. So, I have chickens. And it all started in the beginning of spring. When my oldest son came home with a chicken egg. And he was like, Mom, I found this chicken egg. I want to hatch it. It's an abandoned baby chicken. I want to hatch it. You know, because in Hawaii, there are chickens everywhere. And he found this egg. And I was like, you know what? When I was in elementary school, I remember that the first grade class, and I was like 4th grade or something, I was helping out the class, and they did the chickens hatching project, where they got to watch the chickens hatch, and it was like all educational. And I was like, I don't see why not. I mean, what's the harm of hatching one chicken, right? And then I looked up the ordinances, and apparently people can have up to 2 chickens in residential areas. And if you if you're in a rural area, you get like a lot. But residential, I'm like, residential? Okay, this is weird. But so we put him in a box, and we put him in with a light on him, and nothing happened. And waited the days, and nothing happened. Learning online how to candle the egg, realized it ain't gonna hatch. He was devastated. He was very upset. And I was like, okay, we are going to hatch an egg. Okay, we're gonna get this done. And so we committed to it. Okay, now we're gonna hatch an egg. Now we're actively trying to do this thing. Got an incubator. Got the brooder on its way. We got the chicken mesh, the baby chicken starter feed is what it's called. Chicken starter feed. And then I was going to buy the eggs. So we had this company that was going to send us, and the minimum orders 2. I just wanted 1, but they said minimum. I was like, well, maybe 1 won't hatch. So we're talking to them, and they're like, what kind of chickens? They sent me a brochure. So there's a brochure. I'm like looking through all these chickens. I'm like, I have no idea what these breeds are. So I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I've seen like the Colonel Fried chicken, but that's not exactly a breed. So I'm looking them up. I'm Googling all these chickens, trying to see what they are. And so we settled on 2 breeds so that we could tell them apart, because just 2 identical chickens, I would never know which one was which. Oh my god. And so we decided on a long Rhode Island red, beautiful red color, and a golden sex link. Now the lady calls, and she's like, we can't guarantee if they're boys or girls. I said, that's fine. You know, we don't have a problem. Roosters, hens, whatever. She calls my husband and tells him, if you have 2 boys, they will fight and they will kill each other. My husband's like, whoa. And now our chickens are in. The eggs, they're ready for pickup. I gotta go get them. And my husband's like, wait. What if they're 2 roosters and they kill each other? I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, they'll kill each other. They'll fight. They'll kill each other. They can't get along. They can't live together. My husband's like, no. I put my foot down. No. I'm like, babe, this doesn't make any sense. And so I walk out the back gate out of our apartment complex, which is closest to us, so it's like our front gate. But along that area, there's a whole field of grass, like not a field, but like a huge lawn that runs the property. There are all these chickens, and there's all these roosters hanging out together. I'm like, if they're such, aggressive animals that they will kill each other, they will fight, they can't live together, why are all these roosters just chilling with each other? They look like they're over there having a beer while the ladies are watching the babies. And it looked like a cookout, I'm like, seriously? She's like, what are you going to do if you have a rooster? I said, well, he'll be the most spoiled rooster on the island. Okay? They're going to be pets. They're not like, working animals or nothing. I'm not going to make them fight. I'm not going to use them for meat. I'm not doing any of that. It's just wanted to watch them hatch. See them come out the egg. Let the boy experience life, many stages and many forms of it, and how they come. This is how something comes out of an egg, simple. And so we'll take care of it. They don't live very long. I mean, they don't live as long as a dog. It's not that difficult. And my aunt has chickens. Her rooster was Wallace. So we didn't pick up the eggs. And so, but on walking home, there was an abandoned egg that wasn't there on my way to work. So I picked it up, carried it home, put it in the incubator. Alright. Then, a couple days later, my son brought another egg home from school. Found out he done snatched it from a chicken. He didn't find an abandoned egg. He done kidnapped this one. Talked to him about it, but we really did not know how to find the mother to give it back. Wasn't about to let it die. So that's the one that hatched. Not the one I found, not any of the other ones. The one that he kidnapped is mayhem. We learned about the candling, so we finally got it right. And so we actually started seeing the development and seeing the movement inside the egg, and we were ecstatic. We were so excited. We were like over the top. And so we were candling it every day. We were like, oh, lights out, get the flashlight out, put the candle, we'll watch it move. I just looking for that movement. It's something I had never seen in any of the other eggs. It moved. And I was like, it's moving. It's alive. Oh my god. I like tweeted about it. I was like excited. And then I'm waiting for it. But we're not quite sure exactly the age it is. So I'm looking for the development. And I'm marking the development as it's growing. And at some point you're supposed to stop turning the egg. Because if you keep turning it, the chick could die. And so right before it hatches, you stop turning the egg, and then it hatches. It's supposed to be like this. To my experience, it was a long process. So you hear a little cheeping, a little pecking, a little crack starts to appear, and all that stuff. And you watch it slowly crack the egg, and it slowly come out of the egg, and all that stuff. None of that happened. I realized that the air gap in the egg just jumped. It was huge from the day before. That air gap was an indication to stop turning the egg. Stop turning the egg that night. That was Saturday night. Sunday, the next day. Checking the egg throughout the day. Waiting, listening for any cheeps, any pecking, any movement, anything. Looking for any signs. Checked it at noon. Nothing. So we're like, oh, it's going to take a couple days for him to get oriented and start doing his thing, 1 o'clock. The egg is in a different place. I was like, who opened this thing? Because you're not supposed to open the incubator while he's in the process of hatching. And I'm like, who opened this? Nobody's supposed to open this. Nobody's supposed to move the egg. And everybody's like, we didn't move the egg. We didn't move the egg. The egg was moved because the chick had hatched and it was out. And I was looking in there, and all of a sudden I see the chick. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, like, he hatched all within 1 hour. Like, popped out of that egg. He was done. And so, looking at the baby, I was like, okay, she can be in there for 2 days. Because she's still absorbing the yolk in her body. So she's good for a couple days. She don't have to come out, get nice and dry, get situated. Got the brooder, setting up the brooder, getting the heat lamp warmed up and everything, making sure it's nice and warm, the water and the food and all that stuff. But she couldn't make it 2 days. She was wanting out. So the next day, 24 hours, she spent in the little incubator for 24 hours, and she was looking up at us intently and pecking at the ceiling, and please let me out. And so I was like, okay, I can't take this anymore. She needs something, you know. So I took her out. Try not to handle her too much because she's just hatched. Don't want to make her sick. We're in the brooder. And that night, my second child come in. He's found a chick outside abandoned. This little chick was found under a car by itself, crying. Couldn't really see it. It's dark. So I bring it in, I put it in the brooder. I mean, we just set up the brooder. This chick is small, but it's not newborn. Next day, I get a look at it. Its eye is just swollen out. It's infected. The chick is sick. I'm like, oh no. I just put in a sick chick next to my newborn, hatched baby. I'm like, God, I hope he didn't make the one we just hatched sick. And I'm like, I hope we can make him better. And so we had the saline solution for the nose. My boys have allergies, and so we had all these bottles that they don't bother to use because, you know, why actually use the treatment to make yourself better? But, you know, we gotta drag them, fight with them, get them to do the thing, and sometimes I'm exhausted. So we got these bottles that weren't opened yet. Was it getting better at it? No. They're starting to do it now. But, so I used a saline solution on the eye. Kept him clean, kept him fed, plenty of fresh water, looked after him. Now, he's an amazing, full-grown rooster. And you could hear him in the beginning of the video, very vocal. And so, she's fully grown. She's giving eggs. She don't care about them. So we take him out. I feed him to the baby. I have a 3-year-old. But he needs to gain weight. So fresh eggs. Wonderful. She's feisty. And he's getting aggressive. So I got gardening sleeves coming to keep him from scratching my arms. Because they got claws. But, you know, other than his little tantrums, he's the more loving one. You would think the one that scratches me was the mean one. He throws little tantrums, but then he's good being coddled and hugged and talked to and kissed on his, you know, on his beautiful red standing up. What is it called? The word escapes me. And she'll sit there and scream at me, and I don't know what she wants. And then I reach in, and she don't want me. And then she'll come out, and she want me, and then she wants to stay on my shoulder. And so she doesn't want to be coddled so much. She don't want to be held so much. But they both love looking out my window. And so I put something to cover my bed because I don't want them, you know, dirtying my bed. Nobody does. I mean, I can't imagine anybody going, yeah, let's put chicken poop on my bed. But I cover my bed, and I let them walk around my bed, and then they are able to stand and look out the window. I used to take them outside, but the last time I did, he flew up onto the second-story building next door, and he wasn't coming back. It was like, I'm done with you, Mom. And I was like, oh, are you? Okay, well, I'm not gonna chase you down, you know. You are a full-grown rooster at this point, you know. You're a man. But wind got to blowing, and he was unhappy with that, and got to drizzling, and he was like, Mom, I don't like this. Let's go back inside. So I was like, oh yeah, you're the rooster now, huh? Can't handle a little wind and a little drizzle. That's not even rain. Wait till you see some rain. So yeah, come back inside, have some apple. So he kind of a sissy that way. He don't like the weather. So anyways, that's how we ended up with 2. I did rescue a rooster a couple weeks back, and he was badly injured. My coop has a section that I could close off, so they were not together with. He wasn't with my chickens, so he was able to sit and heal, and then he was taken by my coworker up into the mountains. We've had a female hen come to us looking for rest and healing. She was very sick. I gave her antibiotics and water, and she stayed on our patio, and thought about keeping her, but you know, I follow the rules, and it's 2 chickens, you know, per residence, and she did get healthy enough to get up and walk and leave on her own power. So she doing well, hatching eggs and stuff. So that's Mayhem is the girl, Maelstrom is the boy. They're both chaotic. Alright.